Welcome to our Phase 3 launch party. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We're really excited to have you here to learn about this new venture that we're doing and all the really exciting opportunities that are out there. And I'm here basically just to talk a little bit about how digital media has impacted my life personally and my life as a professional. And I have stories for both, and I'm going to start with one that impacted both. And I think a lot of you sort of know that a few years ago, I challenged a kind of rude email that I got from a viewer, and did it on air. And at 6:50 a.m. in the morning, we posted it on Facebook. The viewer called me out for being overweight. I challenged them back that we need to be a community of kindness and compassion, and it was a commentary that started to go viral early on. We talked earlier, Ann Poppy and I recall every year at Oktoberfest now that since this has happened, that at the ladies' luncheon that day, we left and we knew things had started to buzz. But we got a text and we looked down and she showed it to me eyeballs wide that the Today Show had called while we were out at the ladies' luncheon for Oktoberfest. And that was a really obviously extreme experience with the way that digital media can impact you. That next day I was on all of the national shows, and a week later I was on the Ellen Show. And I learned very quickly there how impactful digital media can be. But it's very ironic that I am the one up here talking to you today from our newsroom about the importance of social and digital media in your workplace today, because I am the one in our newsroom that fights it every step of the way. I'm the one who says, oh, it's so much work. Why do we have to do this? What's the benefit? I'm always telling my boss, and I'm always hearing from my boss, you need to do this, you need to do this, and I fight it every step of the way. But from that experience 2 years ago happened a few really cool things locally that have opened my eyes to just how amazing it can be for my passions and for my job. From that became the Compassion Project. In fact, we're here at the Pump House, this place where last May and June, wall to wall, 6,000 of these cool tiles that the school district started that talked about compassion and asked each of the students in our district to learn about compassion and take it and put it into a tile. Those covered the walls here. We started a website that we have now used as a learning tool for people in the classroom about how to live more compassionately. And we as a news station have vowed to talk about more compassionate stories and focus on a lot of the good things that are happening in our community. And so we literally use this medium every single day. Today we needed to do a story. We're doing a story on News 8 tonight about the debate on whether or not to give vaccinations. On social media, we posted it. Hey, we're looking for a family that's willing to stand up and say that they are against getting your kids vaccinated. It's a very scary thing to do. Is anybody out there willing to do it? Well, this started a huge debate. We found a family, and I guarantee you all those people that we posted on there today, they're probably going to tune in now and watch because of this medium that I so fought for so long and now I'm embracing. So I hope that you will be open to some real forward thinkers that are going to show you some really, really cool things today. But I would like to invite up Scott Chorsky now to say a few words to you.
Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
Unlike Jen, I have to use a script. If I don't, you'll never get to a presentation. I tend to ramble. I thought last crowd was rough. They're heckling already. Jen fought social media. I fought the internet. How's that? And the internet won. I'm Scott, the general manager at the station, and I do want to say a few words about TV before we launch into the digital stuff. TV is as relevant to business plans today as it's ever been. TV viewing is at an all-time high. We know more about our audience than ever before, and we get this data out of cable and satellite set-top boxes from 50,000 households in this very market. It's stunning, the amount of data that we have on our industry. Never thought I would see it. And beyond that, we have a proven system of how to schedule spots that makes advertising on TV more measurable than it's ever been before. And a little salute and shout out to our friend Dave Eckstein, who came up to see our presentation today, for helping us down that path. James is heckling Dave now. Raise your hand, Dave. Thank you. Yeah. Even Google uses TV advertising. And how many spots did you notice in this year's Super Bowl promoting websites? We're very, very bullish still on TV and our fantastic website, news8000.com. So don't forget about that part. But as great as the television and website business is, we knew we needed to expand our experience in digital services. Our clients have been looking for help with Google, Facebook, SEO, SEM, with retargeting, reputation management, and email marketing. Good old email. I do like email. I'm not so sure about the internet. Just kidding, James. They want high-level experience, and they'd like to get it from highly qualified local sources. Someone who they can do business with in person. And here's something that might surprise you as much as it did us. At a recent conference we attended, even Google acknowledged that local media is much better situated to serve their local markets than they are. Surprising. So this brings me to the most important thing I have in my introduction. It's a big setup. We didn't think we could go to enough conferences or webinars to teach ourselves how to do this. We also knew that if we were going to sell these services, we had to know from the start how to create a measurable return on investment for businesses. That required a level of expertise we didn't have. So we decided to go all in and form a new business. Phase 3, digital agency. The principals of our new company have no background in traditional media. We are what they call digital natives. They are, in fact, our guides to help us execute digital plans that will lead to more business for your business. We've been working alongside of them for the last 8 months, and now we're ready to introduce them. And I'd like to introduce you now to our guides, and maybe they might be yours too. James Clark, who was heckling me.
Nah, you were heckling yourself.
And Troy Parkins. Troy's over there.
Says the guy with his paper. I'm good.
You're done.
I'm all mic'd up.
The last crowd didn't applaud, so that's pretty good. You're getting better.
So the best evidence I have for what we heard from Jennifer at the beginning is I think the Wi-Fi password here is actually compassion. So it certainly made quite an impact. What we're going to try to do is show some pictures, tell some stories, some statistics, some graphs, define some things, explain some things. But I think maybe the most interesting way to start is with a video. So I don't know what you take away from that video. You've probably forgotten all of it because you've only remembered 8 seconds, unlike the goldfish. But for me, speaking to a business community about digital media, I think in this context, this is kind of my takeaway from it. And that is that whether we like it or not, and as much as Scott wants to push back against it, these digital, mobile, social technologies have become so embedded in the lives of all of us that you as business owners in this day and age in 2015 don't really have much choice.